Airlines. They make the world feel smaller, bringing us closer to family, friends, and adventures. But behind every takeoff and landing is a high-stakes game of money. How can a plane full of paying passengers still leave the airline losing millions? Buckle up and get ready to uncover a slice of airline economics with a real-world example that will surprise you. When you run an airline, there are some bills that never stop coming, such as airplane leases, airport fees, and insurance. These are called fixed costs. They stay the same no matter how many passengers board a plane. And it's not just airlines. A coffee shop has fixed costs too: rent, ovens, espresso machines. You pay for these whether you serve 1 latte or 1,000. Now, variable costs are the opposite. They grow with the number of orders you serve. Things like coffee beans, milk, sugar. You need more of these, the more lattes you make. For airlines, variable costs include jet fuel, snacks, and extra maintenance. The more flights and passengers there are, the higher these costs go. The mix of fixed and variable costs creates something called operating leverage. It basically means how sensitive your profits are to sales. When you have high fixed costs compared to variable costs, you have high operating leverage. As you sell more, your total costs don't increase that much because much of the cost is fixed. On the other hand, think of a food delivery service. More orders means you need more drivers, more vehicles, and more gas. You have low fixed costs compared to variable costs, and you have low operating leverage. As you sell more, total costs rise because your costs are largely variable. That's why businesses with high operating leverage tend to be more scalable. Now, time for the wild story. One airline went bankrupt, not once, but twice in 10 months. They ran a lean operation, focused on efficiency, but then the pandemic hit. Passenger numbers plummeted, planes sat idle, and those fixed costs? They stuck with them like a steady friend. Who are they? Meet Spirit Airlines, the bright yellow budget airline. Their first bankruptcy was in November 2024. To turn things around, they tried to cut their debt. But then, just 10 months later, in August 2025, they filed for bankruptcy again because the costs kept stacking up and the cash just wasn't coming in. In business, it's not just revenue that matters. Cost can quietly sink your profits. Get the cost right and profits can soar. Get them wrong and turbulence hits. If you like this video, fasten your seatbelt and subscribe. You won't want to miss our next flight into the world of business and finance.